Naguulat mula sa shore na kasing pretty ko.
Bringing you the latest and greatest.
And diving deep into the cool waters
of BLs and GLs.
And every kind of love there is.
We are the Shippers.
Sail with us as we watch our favorite queer love stories.
And update you about the latest every week.
Kaya tara, sakay na as we sail the open seas.
With new episodes Mondays and Wednesdays on all major podcast streaming platforms.
Sakay na you. Let's go.
Hi, this episode is not suitable for everyone. Parental guidance is advised. We are Bunk Collective.
Welcome to your unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. And this is the MTV Show Podcast, a wrestling podcast. Ayan. Welcome to the pod. Last week, we started this series na Q&A, no? Ang weird kasi I tried a different approach this time around. And I don't know if that's working on my end. And ayun, siguro ma-appreciate nyo naman kung ano yung mga pinagsasabi ko last week. Excuse me. Pardon my kabastusan. Ayan. Ayan. So, welcome to the show. We are recording episode number 173. And I am trying to squeeze everything at least 30-35 minutes, 40 minutes. Kasi gusto ko na siya agad-agad i-edit and na-process agad sa inyo. Ma-upload agad dito sa Spotify. So, for now, this episode, sasagot lang tayo. Tatlong question. We will continue next week. Siguro may connection naman sa mga susunod na eps itong mga questions na iniwan sa atin from last week. Mga naiwan dito sa thread. So, para makapag-start tayo agad and we can go to the predictions by the end of this episode. No? Okay na yan. Then, yun, unang-una, gusto ko muna mag-thank you kasi wait lang, putang ito. Hirap pag-start. So, officially, naka 200 episodes na tayo dito sa podcast. So, yeah, nakikita nyo 173. But, the former episodes ng show na to, hindi ko nilalagyan ng episode number yung mga bonus episodes. So, I think there's 4-5 bonus episodes there. I think nasa 480 na ata kung pagsusumahin natin. Kung bibilangin natin yung mga episodes na yun into episode, siguro 480. Siguro 180 na tayo at this case. Pero yeah, okay lang yun. 7 lang naman ang difference. So, I can cope with that. So again, thank you sa mga nakikinig dito sa show. 200 episodes after, siguro, I'm still grateful for everyone who's listening to the show. from start 2020 until now, tsaka sa mga bago, no? Yung mga bagong listeners na nadala ng Bong Collective, tsaka ng iba ko pa mga associations like Pipe before, tsaka PWPH now sa community, tsaka sa buong wrestling community. So if you want na to appreciate them, ayan, you can appreciate PWPH. Definitely the best pro wrestling community in the Philippines. Ayan. So, eto na. Sige, mag-start na tayo. So, I decided to accept 3 questions lang this week kasi gusto ko talagang squeeze ng 30-35 minutes tong buong episode na to para ma-process agad natin yung feelings for this year's Summer Slam. Okay. So, start nga tayo with this question from our former Patreon, Ryder OZ, with this question na do you think wrestling as a whole is on a boom period right now? Okay. So, if you mean boom period, ito yung parang attitude, right? Parang lakas ng attitude, dinala mo sa Ruthless. Tas naging PG lang yung content sa panahon ngayon, 'di ba? Ganon ba ang boom para sa inyo? Kasi kung ganon, madali siya i-explain. Mahirap ipaliwanag sa mga baguhan sa wrestling. Mahirap ipaliwanag kung ano yung mga boom na yan. But anyways, wrestling right now is booming. Sa totoo lang. Umuunlad, nag-grow, and nalimitahan din. Sa totoo lang. Nalimitahan. Maraming dahilan kung bakit sobrang strict or sobrang limited na mga nakikita nyo ngayon. Like, before, nakakita pa kayo ng mga naguhubad na babae sa ring. Now, you won't see them anymore. Like, yung mga tao dito. Sa tingin ko talaga, nag-evolve ang wrestling as a whole. So, like, nagkaroon na rin ng conscious yung mga, hindi lang tao, kundi yung mga wrestlers din. Nagkaroon ng conscious ang fan base sa kung ano yung gagawin nila. Maybe it's a factor din, no? Naging conscious din yung mga nanonood as a whole sa kung ano yung dapat nilang gawin, kung dapat mo bang suportahan to, dapat mo bang pakinggan to. Feeling ko, in that way, nalalaman na natin kung paano ba yung tamang pag-grow, tamang pag-boom ng wrestling scene natin. As a whole, I would say nag-grow in a way, nag-boom period ba? Yeah, definitely nag-boom na nga yung wrestling ulit. Ewan ko, nag-lie-low ba? Hindi eh. Hindi ko naman nakita nag-lie-low ang wrestling. Like, wrestling, nagkaroon lang ng medyo tawag dito, flop era. Then, now, we're growing again. Ito, bigyan ko kayo ng example, right? Medyo keep-up-ish. Si Yuki lang ata makakagets na to, yung producer ko. So, it reminds me of ITZY. I don't know ITZY, guys, and ITZY bias ako. So, medyo gay bias ako dito. So, people are, o yung mga midsies, very majority sila na medyo naglalaylo yung ITZY as a group, no? Tsaka yung mga international stance din ng ITZY na inaamin nila na medyo tagilid yung mga releases lately ng group. Some may say na mas okay pa yung mga releases ng NMIXX kaysa sa ITZY. Ayan, sorry. Mas okay pa yung mga releases ng NMIXX kaysa sa ITZY. Kasi parang ang bababoy na ng mga kanta. And hindi na nabibigyan ng matino-tinong promotion. same with the wrestling. Wrestling lately are growing. Pero may point, I think 2014, I think medyo naglaylo ang wrestling nun. Kasi people are slowly missing some of the top guys in the business. So parang starting that year na actually, medyo nag-uumpisa na dun yung yung fact na mabilis maka-catch up ang tao sa kung ano yung meron tayo, no? Doon talaga nag-umpisa yung split na tinatawag na mga new era. Ang tawag ko nga dito new era na eh. Kasi after of the Shield split up, sa tingin ko doon talaga nag-umpisa ang bagong era. Kasi ayan na yun eh. Kung sino yung mga nasa era ngayon, sila yung nagli-lead ng wrestling ngayon. Without that shield, without the shield, hindi rin natin mararamdaman kung ano yung meron ngayon. Diba? Walang Seth Rollins as World Heavyweight Champion. Walang Roman as longest reigning World Champion for the past 10 years. And wala ring Moxley who's taking over for AEW right now. But anyways, things are interesting. And yeah, I can say and I can confirm that wrestling is booming in a way na people won't realize agad. But I want to tell you guys na I won't tell you guys that wrestling right now is the same as what we got 10, 20 years ago. Kasi different na yun. Sobrang laki na ng difference. Like what I gave you guys an example, yung ITZY nga na sobrang popular 2019, 2020. Then 2021, 2022, medyo they're trying to catch up with new groups. 23, doon talaga nag-umpisa yung parang tinatawag nilang downfall daw na sinasabi. Ganun lang din sa wrestling. Hindi naman lahat ng panahon malakas ang wrestling. Sa totoo lang, hindi lahat ng tao will rely on one company. Kaya nga ito lagi sinasabi ko. Always sinasabi ko. In the end of the day, wag na wag kang sasamba sa isang promotion. No. It's a big no to me. Kasi if sasamba ka sa isang promotion, para mo na rin sinabi na yes, andun yung loyalty mo, andun yung bias mo. But wag na wag kang sasamba sa isang company lang. Kasi lumalabas yung bias mo, no? Kasi doon din lumalabas yung kulay mo. Pero yun nga, wag kang puputak o magsasalita if you don't have any idea, if you don't know what's up on other promotions na like magkukonclude ka agad na flop si ganito kasi you know WWE is the only one that matters to you. Kasi yun ang mindset mo. Diba? Kaya ang mindset mo kasi gusto mo maging mindset sa ganun. O gusto mo mong ganun. Hindi lahat ng oras ikaw masusunod. Yan ang tatandaan mo. Yun lang yun. And hindi rin lahat ng gusto mo mangyayari. Tandaan mo yan. May naalala ako sa ibang community. I'm not sure kung ano yan. Ito lang lagi isipin mo Hindi ikaw ang batas. Hindi lahat ng gusto mo masusunod. Yun, totoo yun Hindi lahat ng gusto mo masusunod yan. Kasi may direction ang lahat. Kahit sa wrestling may direction ang lahat. Don't act like a boss na akala mo magaling ka na sa lahat ng bagay. Kasi hindi ka pa magaling. Kung masyado kang magaling o nagmamagaling doon ka itutulak ng karma mo. Doon ka papasukin ng katangahan. Doon ka rin papasukin ng kung ano-anong bullshit sa'yo. I wish you won't say those things before. Ang hirap i-decimate dito, but I'm not going to decimate that crap anymore. Nakapagbubo na yung tao. Kawawa na si Sami Zayn. Tag Team Tyros na lang yung hawak niya. But yeah, you know what I'm telling you guys. You know what I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't act like a pussy. Never. Yun lang yun. Parang I'm trying to decimate or to exemplify what I'm trying to point out here. Okay, continue. Isa pa. Ito, ito interesting sa akin to. Si Link nagsad ng question na to eh. So, do you think people nowadays are beginning to appreciate sports entertainment elements more? Definitely. Definitely. People are now trying to invest on the story over on the wrestling. And so that's why WWE is relying more on story, less on wrestling. Pansin niyo yun, di ba? Pero isang pagkakamali rin yun. Sa totoo lang. Na people, parang WWE in a way is teaching people na, ma-invest kayo sa story, wag sa match. Parang may ganun na way si WWE. Or even AEW. This thing is applicable to AEW too, na mas i-priority na lang nila yung pag-tell ng story kaysa sa pag-execute ng product itself. But yeah, I agree na yung elements ng sports entertainment mas na-appreciate na siya ng buong scene, buong mundo na ginagawa lang ng WWE before. AEW is now adapting more friendly stuff. Ganon siguro yung nafe-feel ko. That's why people are now appreciating it. Pero meron pa rin mga hipokrito down the line na pag si WWE gumawa nito, panigurado, pangit yan. Pag si AEW gumawa niyan, ayos yan. Ganon ka-hipokrito ang tao. Totoo lang. Ganon kayo ka-hipokrito and people won't shut up until eventually marirealize mo din kung gaano ka katanga. Totoo naman eh. Alam mo yun. Wait lang. May isa pa akong example na iniisip. Yeah. Simplified ko na lang, na-appreciate na ng tao more yung kung paano ba na ang tao dito. Mas na-appreciate na nila ng malala yung elements of being sports entertainment. No? Pero ewan ko din kung ano ba yung pananaw nyo dito. Sa tingin ko naman na wait lang. Ano ba yung may tinitingnan kasi ako news right now. So, ayun, medyo nawawala ako sa focus. But yeah, I think mas na-appreciate na ng tao yung pagiging entertainment-ish ng wrestling as a whole. Ewan ko lang kung may mga promotion pa ba na hindi maka-appreciate dito sa format and sa presentation ng sports entertainment. May alam kayo, comment nyo Tanggalin ko na nga yung yung stand ko kasi di ko matiis. Gusto ko hawakan lang yung mic ko. Okay, third question. Last na to. Pet peeve with some attitude of wrestling fans. Ito, malaki-laki pet peeve to. Gusto ko magbigay ng at least 3 pet peeve dito. Number 1 pet peeve ko. yung Meltzer score, mga scoring stars na yan. Ayan. Isang malaking pet peeve ko yan. Kasi people are actually sucking up that score shits. Yung scores ni Dave, ayan, parang mas nagre-rely, mas may pakina yung tao doon sa mga especially with the AEW fans. Mas nagre-rely na sila sa yung mga scores na yan eh. For some people, wrestling scores or wrestling stars sa mga matches, nagmamatter yan sa kanila. It's because they know na respectable kung sino yung nagbibigay ng scores. But deep inside, wrestling scores like that, like Yuki Meltzer, like what I'm trying to give it here as well, are all subjective, no? Wala akong pakialam sa, ano ba tawag dito? People should think about their own preferences. In the end of the day, it's their own decision na kung ano ba yung impression mo sa isang laban, kung ano ba yung impression mo sa isang pangyayari na you won't expect unless you're the one who is actually watching that specific match. Ang problema, people are sucking up Dave Meltzer, people are sucking up people, or people are maybe sucking up those guys like something na hindi wala people are trying to suck up a lot. Pero mag-rely, ito sabihin ko lang sa inyo, mag-rely ka sa sarili mong desisyon. Wag mong isipin si Meltzer o ako, scores ko na binibigay Patreon exclusive. Wag mong iisipin yung mga scores na yan. At the end of the day, it's all subjective. And subjective naman talaga yung scores na yan Kasi namamana lang niya naman kay Dave yan kasi you believe that Dave Meltzer matters. Kung nagmamatter ba siya? I don't know. Gusto kong iwanan sa inyo yan. Kasi the more na nagre-rely ka sa ganyan o sa kanya, parang ka na rin tanga Totoo, parang ka na rin tanga na the more you think is the more you trust. Ganun lang yan. Kung gusto nyo naman ng Meltzer thinking, sige, ano pakialam ko? Wala naman akong magagawa. 'Di ba? Wala naman akong wala rin naman kasi akong mapapala Kasi kung bibigay ko din naman yung kung gusto ko rin naman ibigay yung tao ba dito? Kung gusto ko lang din naman magpaka Dave Meltzer, sana gano'n na lang lagi, no? But anyways, magpakatotoo na tayo. Dave Meltzer, sobrang subjective ng taong yan. Most of the time, subjective talaga. Ewan ko na lang kung people will rely. Ewan ko na lang, if people will rely on someone you should not trust, mas naniniwala ako, dapat wag nyo pagkatiwalaan si Dave. Kasi if Dave Meltzer, kung maniniwala kay Dave Meltzer, maybe you should consider things na you should say things considerable, I guess. Pero hindi ko na alam. Ayaw ka na rin magsalita kaano. Pero maingat. Pero minsan kasi people won't care about him. Good for you guys. Kung may pake ka, good for you. Kung wala, good for you din. Mas maganda pa. Kasi like what I said, sucking up Dave Meltzer doesn't make you big fan? Or does it make you a better fan? Or sucking up anyone who thinks they're better actually can make you stupid than what you think you are right now. Because that's the truth. And yun naman talaga ang totoo at realidad ng kung ano dapat isipin mo. Pakatotoo na tayo. Masyado ka bang impressive sa sarili mo or impress sa sarili mo? It's your own decision. Totoo. It's your own decision to be stupid. But don't act like a stupid. Like a stupid idiot. O siya, pucha. Hindi ko na alam kung saan magiging direction nitong episode na to. And ayun na. Ayun na. So, mga 25 minutes na tayo. So, I hope I answered your questions sarcastically or seryoso. I'm trying to answer those questions the way I should answer those. Sarcastically, maybe, yeah. But yeah, I hope na nasagot ko yung questions na yun. Maybe continue natin next week. Seryoso, ito na yung last for next week muna. Medyo gusto ko lang talaga mag-compress today ng episodes para medyo mas mapaikli natin yung duration of what we're getting right now. But yeah, kung masaya kayo sa format to, sige, dalasan natin to. Pero kung hindi naman, okay. I don't blame you guys. I don't hindi na ako masaya either. But yeah, sana masaya kayo on what we're trying to tell here o kung ano yung approach that we have on this thing. No, at least I'm grateful as well na you guys are listening on this show and you're listening on the way we are giving these things or facts. Oh, isa pang pet peeve. Ito, isa pang pet peeve na naalala ko. Yung mga fans na medyo tanga. Medyo tanga. Kasi, ito may example ako yung mga tao sa community. Di na ako mag-name drop ng community. Yung mahilig mag-drop ng mga scenarios na gusto nilang mangyari. They're acting like a poker or like a boss. Tapos pagka didebunk ka o nagkamali yung mga pinag-rat-rat mo, gusto mo lagi ikaw lang ang tama. Gusto mo desisyon mo lang ang tama. Pagpipilitan mo yun. Pag hindi naman nangyari yung gusto mo, pagtatampo ka, para kang titi nagtampo sa bigas. Ganon. Like people, you won't understand what they're trying to book here. Kaya, don't act like a boss. Andun ang wrestling, predictability. Kaya, don't think na mag-rely sa reality o sa huwag kang seryoso. Huwag kang lalangoy sa kumunoy na hindi mo kayang makasurvive sa kumunoy. Yan. Kung hindi mo kaya umangat doon sa kumunoy, it's your problem na. But yeah. Yan lang. Siguro i-close na natin to discussion ng mahaba na 30 minutes na naman tayo dito. So, we were going to continue this episode with our thoughts on AEW Dynamite. Then eventually, punta na tayo ng SummerSlam predictions. Gusto ko mapaikli kahit paano yung episode na to. So, yeah. We're going to take a short break. Let's check our bunkmates on Bunk Collective.
Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice, DJ Yuki.
That was the OG, Mo Twister, promoting this podcast. If you like Korean pop culture, or know someone who does, then get into it, and visit our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages at the Kingdom Pod PH.
We're proud to tell you that this is one of the premier shows to go to for your weekly dose of K-pop. So drop everything, and listen to The Kingdom Podcast. Available in all your podcast streaming platforms.
Join us!
Annyeong, we are One to Sarang,
your next favorite Hallyu podcast.
We talk K-drama.
Mandaming kilig every time
oh my God.
K-drama.
We also talk K-pop.
Yung feeling ko sa 17 na they bring me so much happiness.
And we live to entertain.
What you gonna do when Dicky Steak in front of
Check us out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Also on YouTube. Join us sa Tawanan at Kwentuhan from One to Sarang.
Okay, so welcome back to the show. Let's start with Dynamite 200. Dire-diretso to, then Dynamite, then rumors that we must follow this coming weeks. Tapos ano pa ba? The NXT, then SummerSlam na. Okay? So yun lang ang flow ng ating episode ngayong linggo. Ang haba kasi lang last week. Naka 1 hour 45 kasi tayo last week eh. Okay, so Chris Jericho and Konosuke Takeshita are now part of one stable. Pero medyo confused pa si Jericho sa kung ano yung katrattaduhan niya, pinagagawa niya ngayon. Siguro malalaman pa natin next week kung ano yung mangyayari sa JES after. So parang let's say na JES is now done. Yun, so medyo maganda yung pagka-explain nila ng storytelling, kung paano nila dapat itil to begin with. And medyo big deal din na in-explain nila yung history nila Jericho and Sammy na tawag dito. Mas maganda kasi explanation yung history ng kasama na rin doon sa history ng Dynamite. So Jericho and Sammy fighting on that night is very, very historic. And may continuity pa din. Yes, if Jericho and Sammy are going to turn on each other, but hindi pa eh. Parang ang kalalabasan si Jericho lang ang mag-turn down the road. Medyo hesitated din sila na gumalaw kay Jericho down the road. But yeah, we will realize something down the line pag medyo iba na yung nangyari. Continue. Jerry Lynn introduced Rob Van Dam. He made his AEW debut. According to sources including Fightful, that si RVD is competing for next week's Dynamite. One time off lang ito against Jack Perry. One time off lang ito kasi si RVD is advertised for WrestleMania 40. So yun lang yung basic explanation natin. Medyo tumatanda na rin siya sadly. But yeah, over pa rin siya pero it's not the same RVD that what we will get next week on Dynamite. Yeah. But yeah, it's a plus din na tudugtog ng AEW yung ginamit niya yung kanta ng Pantera na Walk. Oh yeah, so it's a plus one to me. Yun lang. So, matches. So let's start with the matches. First, we have Mox, Penta, and Trent. Interesting din that Trent won this match. Medyo interesting siya. Medyo pagod din ako dito sa match itself. Medyo napagod ako. Yeah, hardcore siya pero nakakapagod. Ito yung match na napagod ako. Sobra. Sobra ako napagod. Yun lang. Medyo pagod ako sa naging match na to. Then, okay. MJF versus Adam Cole was made official for AEW All In London. So, the event is set for the August 27 in London, England. And they're hyping a lot on this bullshit biggest event of the wrestling industry. They're hyping that a lot to our throats, no? they're hyping this thing a lot kumpara sa kung ano yung pinaggagawa ng WWE before, di ba? So, yeah. As much as I impressed here, medyo ano ba tawag dito? Nawawala ako. As much as I impressed here, medyo hindi na rin ako ganong masaya sa kung ano yung nakukuha natin with that. No? Then, continue tayo. We have 2 title matches this week. So, Aussie Open defeated Commander and Vikingo. I don't know, it's a title match. Yeah, it is. It's a title match for the ROH tag titles. I'm good with this. Then the women's title was defended on this week's Dynamite 200. Ang dami din na criticism, pag-usapan natin in a bit sa EW. So, Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida. This match was good, no? Sobrang ganda na to. But Shida getting the win, and she's now 2-time AEW Women's Champion. Sobrang ano din kasi yung face Shida, no? Sobrang resilient, like the other baby faces that we love here in this show. But yeah, medyo may feet pa din ako, and medyo may assumptions pa rin ako that Shida would be the pawn for a Saraya title run down the line doon sa London event din. So yeah, marami tayong kailangan i-look forward sa mga susunod na episodes ng Dynamite. Yan lang. Still shame for that though. Marami pa tayong malalaman in the next couple of eps after nito, no? So, let's go to our rumor mill now. Start tayo. So, Randy Orton was in Detroit on the past few days. May report din si Fightful that he has begun training again, but yet to be factored into any WWE creative plans. Sinabi niya rin na he is not yet cleared to in-ring return, and those were spoken to say that there hasn't been an extensive conversation about what's the plans for Randy. As of now, before in-ring training resumes, Orton is planning to make a return in the ring. Pero wala pa, hindi pa siya clear masyado. But yeah, we will wait for more developments on Randy Orton as soon as we can. No. Yan. Continue. Ito controversial to. So Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus was bumped off the SummerSlam card. Yeah, supposedly dapat SummerSlam ito, but announced then that the match will take place on the August 14th episode of Raw. So per SRS Shana Rosap, the match was slated for Payback before the decision to move it to the August 14th episode of Raw. It's interesting for no reason. I-move nila ito for Canada. It's an interesting call if for no reason the match will be moved to Canada, or ito kasi magsasuggest ito na Trish, the heel of the story, would be more likely to be cheered in her own nation. But hindi ito yung pwede mag-undermine sa intent of today's narrative. Hindi rin natin alam kung ano magiging hatol ito. Wala siyang sense, yes. So that's why both of them are now ranting on social media. Ewan ko kung deleted na siya as of today's recording. But nakakadismaya kasi is WWE is relying on more matches. I understand din naman on why they are pulling this card. No? Kasi andun na yung Slim Jim Battle Royale, which is announced then na biggest sponsored stuff in the WWE. And mauulit pa yung pag-sponsor nila in Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania 40. So, wala akong issue doon. Pera yan eh. But yeah, ang weird na to na Trish and Becky got bumped off of this week's SummerSlam, and medyo disappointing din on how this thing will work for both of them. But yeah, it is what it is. Medyo nalilook forward ko pa din ito. And medyo mababa na yung expectation ko rather than the SummerSlam expectations that I have. Yan lang. So, BTE, the Elite was signed again by AEW. Marami naman in-announce sa mga social media, no? Marami namang announcements na lumabas regarding that. So, I'm not going to decimate everything about it. So, all of the members of the Elite are now staying with AEW multi-year ito. Then, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega will stay on their positions as EVPs. Yun lang. I'm not going to, ito may balita din that AEW, the women's division, ang daming ang dami nilang issues lately, but hindi ko na pag-uusapan ito sa ngayon. Hindi ko na siya itatakel. Medyo mahaba kasi i-tackle tong discussion. Medyo mahaba siya pag-usapan. Siguro next week ko na bigyan ng takes, no? Medyo mas gusto ko din kasi i-save yung sarili ko for now. In a way for now. But yeah, I'm going to give my thoughts on that by next week. By next week na, ibibigay ko yung opinion ko for that next week here on this show as well. And lang. I will give my opinion, I will give my thoughts on that matter as soon as we save it next week. Now, okay lang yun. Excuse me. Yan lang. So, pwede na tayo mag-predict for the NXT pala. NXT. Konti lang. Wala namang kailangan mamiss sa NXT. Sa totoo lang. Aside from Rey Mysterio will appear next week on NXT as special bantay o kasama ni Dragon Lee on Dominic Mysterio's title match against Dragon Lee on next week's NXT. The rest, medyo flat yung development. Pero yeah, I really appreciate everything that they're doing on NXT. Good lang. So let's do the predictions for this year's SummerSlam. Dala-diretso na tayo. As promised, konti lang yung time natin this week kasi medyo di ko na alam kung ano yung nangyayari sa yun lang. Okay. So this year's SummerSlam is advertised as we have 4 main events on this year's SummerSlam. They're advertising this as 4 main events with 4 main events on it. Yeah. They are advertising 4 main events on this week's or this match. So yeah, let's start our predictions na with the Slim Jim SummerSlam Battle Royale. So the announced participants so far for this is LA Knight, Sheamus, Tommaso Ciampa, Shinsuke Nakamura, Otis, Chad Gable, Cardiot Cross, Grayson Waller, Matt Riddle, Santos Escobar, AJ Styles, The Miz, Luke Gallows, Butch Richland, and Austin Theory. Definitely LA Knight na ito. Wala nang rason para matalo pa si LA Knight. No? Then, continue tayo with Gunter defending his IC title, Intercontinental title, against Drew McIntyre. As much as I want Drew to get a title once again, specifically IC title, siguro pwede na sa akin that Gunter will win in any way siguro. Hindi naman malinas na panalo, but still hoping for a Gunter win here. That's my prediction. Then Ricochet versus Logan Paul. Easy. Medyo easy siya kasi Logan Paul doesn't have to waste his shit longer on this arena. Kasi pupunta rin siya ng Dallas for his brother's fight that same night. So, yeah. I think Logan Paul might win this thing. Mag-start din siya ng PLE. So, yeah. But regardless, we're getting a banger match between Ricochet and Logan Paul. Then, Asuka versus Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair for the Raw or WWE Women's Championship. I think this is going to be an Asuka title win. I doubt Charlotte will win this title at this point, but yeah, I think this is going to be Asuka's way. Then, Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler in a MMA rules match. Shayna to, no doubt Shayna to. I think this is Shayna's run to begin with para mag-strive ulit siya sa Fed. Then, start na tayo with the main events. Excuse me. Na-mention ko na ba, nag-umpisa na ba tayo sa main event? So, continue tayo. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Final match. Tapusin na natin to. Cody na to, man. I wish na may stipulation sana ito. Pero wala eh. Wala eh. So, Cody ito. Then, we have Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight title. As much as I want Finn to win, gusto ko manalo si Seth. Then Seth be cashed in by Damian Priest. Mas maganda kasi na mag-umpisa yung drama with Priest holding the title over Finn Balor. Yeah. Then, main event, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, tribal combat for the Universal title and the recognition of the tribal chief. Ayoko na masyadong mag-elaborate ng stuff dito sa match na to. But, Roman to, no doubt. Roman to. Wala nang chess. Wala nang chessboard na kailangan i-resolve this time around. This is a obvious Roman win in this case. Ayan. So, yeah. That's it for our SummerSlam predictions. Let me know what you think about this year's SummerSlam on our social media platforms. And, yeah. So, picks of the week. Start tayo with the match of the week. Match of the week natin was the dito yung yung Ilya Dragunov versus Ilya versus sorry. Ilya Dragunov versus Ilya versus Carmelo Hayes from NXT Great American Bash. Sorry, di na rin pala ako nakapag-review ng PLE na to. So, I won't... Siguro, hapayawan ko na lang siya by next week. Medyo wala rin ako sa wisyo. Maghapayaw ngayon. Mahaba kasi yung episode ko last week. So, I won't do that this week. Pero, the match between Ilya and Carmelo was fantastic. Sobrang ganda ng laban nila. You should watch it if you're not going to watch the whole PLE last weekend. Ito na lang siguro panoorin nyo. I think okay na ako doon. Okay na siguro yung panonood nyo on that PLE. when you watch the main event itself from JAB. The rest naman medyo naman. Pinost ko din, by the way, yung Patreon thoughts natin for NXT JAB. So, yeah. Yun na yan. Yun na yung ratings natin for Great American Bash. Continue tayo. Picks of the week. Obviously, the match of the week was Ilya versus Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title from NXT GAP. Then, superstar of the week, definitely si Ilya, I think. Mas naglilinaw kay Ilya Dragunov. Then, woman of the week is Roxanne Perez. For me lang, at least for me, siguro mas naangatan lang ako sa kanya this week. And yeah, I can't wait to see her more. At saka, I can't wait to see her strive on the main roster after SummerSlam. Yun lang. Then, that's it for the pod. Let me know your thoughts on this week's wrestling. Medyo di tayo naghaba. At yeah. Pero yeah, okay na yun. Yun lang naman. Yun lang. Kailangan natin pag-usapan. Wala na tayong masyadong i-discuss sa episode na ito. At yeah, pakipollow na lang ng podcast. So, follow the podcast on all of the socials at The MTG Show Pod. Sa Facebook, sa X, sa Instagram, sa Threads. Lahat na at The MTG Show Pod. You should follow this podcast as well on YouTube. Subscribe na rin kayo, pucha. Hindi ko na alam na starter na ako. Then, please support Bunk Collective, thebunkph.com. Visit our website, tsaka your socials ng Bunk, The Bunk PH. Then, pakirate naman ng podcast 5-star 6 in Tokyo Dome. And please support our local scene, MWF. Road to Fate will take place August 20. Power Max Center Spotlight. FPW, they will have a tapings on August 27 featuring Robbie Eagles. Tickets naman nun available na sa Ticket to Me promotions. Yun lang. So if you want to support the podcast, please pakirate 5 stars and 6 in Tokyo Dome and subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/the-MTG-show-pod. Yun lang. So yeah, that's it for this week's episode of the podcast. More links is on our description. Paki-follow na lang ako at AG Penera on X and on Instagram. Yan lang. Stay safe, stay rest. So see ya next week for our new episode. Marami tayo pag-uusapan next week before I left the building and pumunta ng swimming. Gusto ko lang magliw-liw team building kasi namin next week. So yeah. That will be great for next week on next week's episode of the podcast. Stay safe, stay rest. So see ya on the next episode of the podcast. Bye-bye.
Please rate the podcast 5 stars 6 in Tokyo Dome on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We are Bunk Collective.